Everclear fresh fruit extract. And now we want to show you just a couple of tricks on how to finish it. We've already taste tested this. We know that it's ready. For fruit extracts, we use the milk and the whipped cream method. I don't think we'll do it. We're running out of time, but we put a couple of drops in like a shot glass of milk, stir it up, taste it. If we like the taste, it's ready to go. If we don't like the taste,
then we leave it.
We'll leave it a little longer. Again, with the fresh fruit, it's kind of done when it's done.
Yep.
But you can leave it a little longer and maybe get some added sweetness, but it's kind of done when it's done.
Yeah, so what I do is I'll just take a couple drops. This is my strawberry vanilla extract, and it's ready to be done. It's got everything in it still. So before I take it out, I kind of just want to taste it. So I've got a couple drops. Stir it in, and just take a little sip. Yeah, that's
It's lovely, isn't it? Here, I'm going to have a little sip just because it's fun.
So there's a couple ways you can do this.
Oh my
I
gosh.
have my Chemex that I have for coffee in the morning, and this is how I kind of strain out a lot of my fruit extracts. What I'll do, because I can just walk away and let it do its work. So if you have a coffee filter, you can do this however you want. So I just put my coffee filter on the top of my Chemex, and then I'm just going to pour this in. This is my orange vanilla cranberry bliss is what I call it. And I'm just pouring it in,
That weight in there, yeah.
and I have a glass weight in the top, so once I get close enough, I just pull that out. And then I just pour all of it. There's a lot of stuff in there.
There you go.
And so then I walk away and I let it do its thing.
And so
And
we just
that's
let gravity.
easy.
We just let gravity kind of clean it all up. And what we found when we do this method and just sort of let it drain is the extract is so clear and so pure. And so then when we put this in the little gift bottles to give to neighbors, it is like a clear, whatever the color is of what we've created. This one, remind me again, this was the
Orange cranberry bliss.
Orange cranberry bliss.
Yeah.
And as you can see, it's kind of coming out, but you'll be able to see right through it. It's crystal clear, and the taste is amazing, and it's a beautiful extract. So the Chemex has been a real handy tool for us in letting our extracts sort of just filter out and let gravity do its job.
This is our peach vanilla caramel, and this is what it looks like at the end. I did take out my vanilla beans on this one because I was using them for something else, but you can see how clear that is, and that had caramel in it. You know, that looked something like this a few weeks ago.
And when we say caramel, it had like the caramel candies, not Werther's. We actually use the soft caramels. We really like those. The Werther's are great as well, but we like sort of those soft, the ones we make caramel apples with, right?
The squares you get at the grocery store.
So this one we just barely made.
Yeah.
And it's kind of thick right now, and it becomes what you just saw right here when we're all done with it.
Yep.
So, kind of fun, like that final finished look is, when you're gifting it, it's a really important part, just to make it look wonderful, right?
Yep. So this is just doing its thing by gravity. I can walk away, I don't have to worry about it. Another way that I do this, if I want to get it done,
One second,
is...
someone wanted to see this close
they
up.
want to see
I'm
it,
going to be
okay.
very careful,
Yeah.
but you can see it's doing its thing. You can kind of see it dripping there.
You want to show them
You
the
see how
other
clear
side
that
with all the
is?
good stuff in it?
And then you can kind of see the top with all the good stuff. I mean, it's still up there, so I don't want to tip it out, but you can kind of see it there. But you see how clear that's becoming on the bottom? And by the way, the smell,
Yeah.
oh my heavens.
It's very, very good. And once I get all of the liquid out and it stops dripping, then I'll push down all of that fruit to make sure that I get all of the alcohol out of the fruit. There won't be anything left in there. And then I'll put the vanilla back in it, or I'll use my vanilla in something else. I never throw away my vanilla.
Tons of uses for everything. We try not to throw anything away.
Yeah.
There's always the use.
Okay, so another way you can do it is you can just
Use
have
a strainer
right over your
And this way's a little faster. So if you're in a hurry and you got to get these things into jars quickly, you're going to have a little more sediment that makes its way through, because this is a fine mesh strainer, but it's not as fine as a coffee filter.
And I am just pushing on the strawberries right now to get all of the liquid out. That's just how I do that. And then I put in another thing, and then I just go to the next thing.
So we just keep pushing all the moisture that we can out of those fruit pieces
And
to
then
make
I
sure.
take the vanilla and I just put it right back in.
We leave that vanilla in forever and ever.
Yeah. Unless you're using it for something else.
Yeah. And so there we go. So those are the two methods. Obviously this one, there's still fluid on the top. And so this one's going to take a lot longer. How long will you leave that? I mean, an hour?
Probably like 45 minutes. It's still dripping. It takes a while.
Well, we'll wait until it's done dripping. And just let it go. So don't start it right before you go to bed, or you're going to be up a little bit later. Right?
Oh, it'll be fine. You know, you just pull out the vanilla and put it in there, and nothing will, you know.
Yeah.
Unless you're wanting to use that fruit and stuff for something, then you'll want to get to it before.
There you go. Okay.
We're just pushing all that out,
So that's it.
just like that.
And those were strawberries. Why don't we show them what the strawberries look like? Go ahead.